Hey friends, good morning. This is the Daily. We are live on Facebook and YouTube. We're going to get Instagram up and running any second now. Come on, Instagram, you can do this. I believe in you. Hey, Instagram. Let's get it rocking. Did you watch the Tony Awards thinking it should have been me? Or did you sit back happily and enjoy the spectacle? Good morning. This is the Daily, the morning report from the Working Actor NYC. It is Wednesday, June 10th. And of course, over this weekend, we got to see the Tony Awards. When I had the initial panic of trying to figure out if we had paid sufficient money to Paramount Plus in order to be able to see the live show or not, but thankfully we got it done and got to witness it all. I have never been to the Tony. I've been in 3 Broadway shows, and I have never been to the Tony Awards. I've never performed at the Tony Awards, and it's such a bucket list moment, a bucket list goal for me. It's just to perform in something at the Tony Awards. That would be, I think that's one of my bucket list goals. Hey, Laura, funny mom, good to see you. Thanks for coming. Did you watch the Tony Awards? Let me know if that's only a New York thing, or if people in the rest of the country tune in to see what's going on. I'm interested. You did? Let me know what you thought. I had a good time. I am not going to lie. I had absolutely no problem with Pink hosting the awards. I know she's never performed on Broadway, but boy, oh boy, does she have the chops, man. She sounded amazing. She danced the hell out of it, and she's funny and cool and calm. And I say, bring it on. I thought she was really charming and funny and entertaining, and I was here for it. Uh, uh, let me know what you thought. Okay, hot take. Somebody who's really getting flowers from the Tony Awards is Ali Louis Bouzgui, who I'm not certain that that's how you pronounce his name, but that's my best attempt. Bouzgui, is that how you say that? Let me know if I'm getting that right or wrong. But Ali won Best Featured Actor in a Musical and gave quite the acceptance speech, which contained many sentiments with which I agreed, and was clearly intended to be intentionally political, and to draw a line in the sand and say, this is how I feel about these things. And I supported that, and I agree with that. And I thought that he brought up some great points, particularly when he talked about, what was the thing he said about Arab families? For Arab theater makers and artists, may we continue to tell our stories and show our faces so our humanity becomes undeniable and our families can no longer be written off as merely collateral damage. If there's one thing we can learn from vampires, it's that life is short, but it's a gift. Find beauty in the ephemeral and gratitude in what is not promised, and always invest in the people that want to see you blossom in your truest self, and hold that space for them in return. I enjoyed the sentiment and the text. I just sort of felt, as I was sitting there watching television, live television, I just got the feeling of like, this guy's a little pretentious, and this would make a great Substack. Didn't you think it was a better Substack than an acceptance speech? It was clearly a written piece, and I just wish he'd leaned into more of a performance piece. The guy just won a Tony Award. It's not poetry. That is some of the text of Ali Louis Bouzgoui's acceptance speech from the Tony Awards on Sunday night. So it was The flip side of that was, I thought, the acceptance speech by Leslie Manville, who won Best Featured Actress in a Play for Oedipus, or Oedipus, however you like to say that, because hers seemed so completely off the cuff and unprepared and unrehearsed, and in that elder British way of just being essentially charming and effortless and sincere and humble. There's a humility to it, which I cannot help but be drawn to. I just okay. YouTube is coughing and spluttering in the comments. I'm not quite sure what's going on there. But Leslie Manville also brought up a great point, she said, would somebody like to write a play for 5 women? We're quite bankable, you know. Props to you, Mama. Um, I did not see the pre-show. Did anybody see the pre-show of the Tony Awards? Because of course it's in the pre-show where they present the awards for choreography and costume and they call it costume design. Yes, costume design, which of course was won by Queen Jean from Cats the Jellicle Ball, and she was the first trans person to win a Tony. Uh, AK-47 Child Dog. Hey, bro, I don't watch those things. I live it for these on the happy people living in the city. Yeah, it was. I think that was a celebration of living in New York City. But Queen Jean's moment, I only saw her later. I didn't see the actual acceptance, but it's certainly a milestone achievement for a trans person. This is the first trans person to win a Tony Award. Of course, it made me think of my dear, dear, dear friend L. Morgan Lee, who was nominated for a Tony Award for her performance in The Strange Loop. Another highlight, perhaps, was Marla Mindell. Everybody enjoy Marla Mindell from Titanic. Her character of Celine Dion is unhinged and kooky and weird, and she gets to do whatever she wants to do. Plenty of improvisation, which is always fun. So she so she took a moment to try and upstage Pink while introducing a commercial. You know who I want to see on that celebrity picture? The German guy. Not sure who that is. Um, the other highlight for me, though, was Cole Escola and Maya Rudolph. Those two, people improvising on a live show is so risky. There's an element of danger and to it that I really cannot help but enjoy. And when they're good at it, and when the comedy is good, and of course most of that was written and scripted, but was it? We don't know. But I thoroughly enjoyed that. Let me know what you thought. Maya Rudolph and Cole Escola. And of course, the other new most delicious thing about the Tony Awards is what's Cole Escola going to wear this year? There's always just this element of and this leans into a point that I've been talking about a lot lately. I know as actors, we get told often to create our own work. Let me know what you think about this. How does that make you feel? The context in which that happens is most often when actors go to workshops with casting directors and actors ask questions of the casting director like, how do I get the momentum? How do I get the momentum moving in my career? And the casting director says, create your own work. And there is a lot of pushback against that comment on the social media platforms, and I'd be interested to know what you think about it, because actors interpret that as, oh, so now I've got to become a writer. No, I've got to become a director and a producer, and I've got to create the thing and get it up on a Broadway stage, or sell my script to up the volume, sir. Sell my script to a, a network or a streamer. And I just don't think that's the point. I think the point is to I'm not sure I did that the right way. Is that better? All right, Ismail, thank you for letting me know. Uh, I don't think the point is that you have to become a Broadway level or SNL level writer or director or producer. I think the point is take charge of your own creative output. And that can look like all sorts of things. And I look at Cole Escola as one of those things. I mean, Cole had has appeared on television. His television appearances with Amy Sedaris, and didn't stop there. He just wanted to keep creating characters that he was interested in. So he wrote this play, Oh Mary, and Oh Mary's went through its life and became this thing. And Cole became a star of Broadway, and it won a Tony Award. And now we all know who Cole Escola is. This previously fringe comedian is now sort of a Broadway notable, a Broadway mainstay. We all know, a household name. And it's just an example of you can't go into creating your own work thinking, I am going to now become a Tony Award winner from this project that I have created. But you just have to take responsibility for your own creative output. It can look like all sorts of things. The minimum wage was a sketch comedy show that a group of friends got together and created, and uh, 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 and now Netflix has ordered 24 episodes. You don't know what the outcome is going to be, but as long as the momentum part of your career comes from generating creativity, and it can look like anything. It could be social media, sketch group, a podcast, a YouTube channel. It might be a fully fledged 3-act play script. It might be 6 episodes or 8 episodes of a TV series. It might be a TV pilot. And the point is, stop outsourcing your creativity. Stop putting the responsibility, Ismail, like Drewski, right? Not certain who Drewski is. Let me look up who that is. American comedian and actor. I mean, non-professional is Drewski, American content creator who rose to fame on social media. Get it? I mean, look at Backrooms, look at Obsession. Yes, totally agree. Filming a commercial today from casting who saw my stand-up. Get it, Laura. Laura is nailing these commercials to the floor. But yes, Laura, that's exactly the point. Laura's putting herself out there as, doing stand-up, and it is work generates work. That momentum in your career comes from, it's not just, I get frustrated when I see videos from actors on social media saying, I go to class and do the hard work, and that should be enough for me to make it. It's not. You show me that you really how much. And here's the test for me. Those actors, I just want to say, how much do you really want it? Because it sounds to me like you're not willing to put yourself in uncomfortable situations, and that demonstrates to me that you don't want it that much. You want it all to come to you. You want somebody else to see you and say, I'm going to pluck you out of obscurity and make you, give you your big break. No, the people who get big breaks are the people who are getting it done. He creates comedy skates by doing good numbers. Yes, see? Thank God you have good payment. My monthly salary is like 35 USD. Not sure where that refers to, but thank you for participating, UFO 77. I don't know Drewski, but I want to watch some video from after this, because it really is that element of stop relying on somebody else for your momentum, for your satisfaction as a creative human being, for your artistic happiness, because it's all in your power. take control of what you can control. Like Laura, go do stand up. Stand up PS terrifies me. I I think I might be really bad at it, but I have such intense admiration for the people who can, and the people who do it. Laura, see, Laura is doing the damn thing, and that is that is why Laura is a successful actor. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that, UFO 77. Hang in there. You got this. Keep going. So just wrapping up on the Tony Awards, Two Strangers Carry a Crate Across New York did not get any Tonys, nor did Titanic, nor did Rocky Horror. And that feels okay to me. I know some people were hoping for Two Strangers to win at least like best book of a musical. To be honest, I that wasn't my favorite presentation of the night. For some reason, the guy sounded like he was over singing, and I couldn't tell it was because the material isn't in his range, or he was just nervous and oversang. But in the musicals, Schmigadoon won some great trophies, and The Lost Boys won some. I have thoughts and feelings and opinions about The Lost Boys. Um, that presentation made me go, "Oh, I don't want to watch that show." Is that terrible? It was just those. I mean, please chime in and tell me I'm wrong. I'm sure there's a lot to enjoy, and clearly the performance is great because both Shoshana Bean and Ali Louis Bouzcoui won their respective categories. So clearly the performances are great. I just those lyrics of the setup of the family moving to a town so that they don't have to, no more monsters. It just felt trite and unoriginal to me, and I was just like, "Ugh, I'm not sure I would enjoy this show." And then it went into the rock thing, and I don't know. It just all seemed fairly obvious to me. It didn't seem especially original. So please correct me if I'm wrong and let me know if I'm missing out on a on the fantastic Broadway show, because I just don't see myself buying a ticket to that one. Uh, Rocky Horror looks fun? Question mark. I don't know. I just expected more. I have a huge place in my heart for Rocky Horror, having performed the narrator and Dr. Scott a couple times, and I just wanted more from it. It. To me, it seemed a little bit like a bunch of celebrities having a good time, which is UFO is desperate. UFO 77 is desperate to tell me about their ideas for film scripts. I'm nervous, UFO 77. Do I want to hear about one of your ideas? I certainly encourage you to write the damn thing. I mean, get your subscription to Final Draft and turn it into a movie script and learn about. I too have written a TV pilot, and once I dipped my toe into that world, I realized that I'm not sure it's for me. But I have one, and writing scripts. I was just proud of myself for getting all the way through a TV pilot script, the creation of a TV pilot script from start to finish. But once I started to sort of dip my toe into the world of submitting scripts to festivals and UFO 77, I'm from North Africa. It's like hell to go global. I can only imagine what that's like. I don't know if you know this, but I am an immigrant. I am not from America. I was born and raised in Sydney, Australia, and I moved continents to pursue acting, to pursue this career. And I certainly feel the privilege of my ability to be able to find a way to do that for myself. So I have a green card. I've lived here for 26 years now, almost 27 years. So I understand the pain of of being stuck in a place where you know you can achieve more than the circumstances around you allow. And so I'm sorry that that's what you're experiencing right now, UFO 77. Certainly for me, creativity and writing it down was one of my creative outlets when I felt like that. Um, but it also gave me power, it gave me strength, gave me drive. And when I arrived in America, I was determined to make an acting career. Maybe I will make short movie with AI. It's certainly a way in. Of course, I am a fan of real human beings, so I'm determined. I would love to make sure that that any assistance from AI doesn't replace actors, doesn't replace crew, doesn't replace the human touch. And uh, but I also I use AI myself to make shortcuts in my content creation, and that's how I am as a solopreneur. That's how I get a lot of my work done. So I know that the AI journey can be helpful to a lot of things. Um, that's my wrap up on the Tony Awards. I don't think there's anything I missed. I mean, obviously, the thing with the Tony Awards is that it's so exciting to be able to then I share the script and see who's gone steal my movie. Oh, well, there are protections that you can put into your script to make sure that it doesn't get stolen. Uh, but uh, and isn't there a vibrant film industry in Africa itself? Is it in Nairobi? I can't remember where it is. You know where it is, UFO 77. You tell me. But each region has of course its own filmmaking community. Submit. My suggestion would be UFO 77 is to submit your script to festivals. Get some coverage, which is what we is called feedback in that arena, so that you can learn from other script writers as to how to polish your script and make it more bankable, more sellable, more attractive to agents and managers and networks and streamers, so that you can keep it moving. The film festival circuit is one that I am in at the moment. I'm as an actor, I'm playing the lead in a short film called Daddy's Little Meatball, that has been selected as part of the Tribeca Festival, which we are in at the moment. Do you think I can travel with those 35 US per month? It's not about traveling; it's about putting it in the mail or submitting it digitally. So you don't have to travel with the script, but you can submit your script to festivals for coverage. That was the only way I could see forward. Uh, are there film festivals in Africa that you can submit your material to? Uh, I'm sure there are avenues there, but I don't know what they are because, of course, that market is not one that I'm familiar with. All right, friends, thanks for the lively discussion this morning. I will be right back here tomorrow at 8 a.m. Okay. Thanks for joining me. And remember, wherever you are in your acting career, you got this. Keep going. I'll be right back here tomorrow. See you then. All right, friends, thanks for being here. It was a lively discussion over on TikTok, and I appreciate your presence here as well. I'll be right back here at 8 a.m. tomorrow for the daily report from the Working Actor NYC.